Yeah, but right now might be a good time to leave. I'm starting to see it brew.
What do you want?
Water?
Yeah, but
Bring me something heavy with protein and bring me caffeine. Get an Uber if you can to the car. I'll pay for it.
by the way, about the car situation in the apartment.
Yeah.
It's probable that we could get towed there.
Okay.
So
I'll keep that in mind. Just for now, just watch the car. I'll figure it out with the Airbnb person. But
can I get her information? Maybe I can do it myself.
yeah, I'll send you the info. Yeah, but I think you should start to leave. For sure. I'll put on my mask.
I know I was about to get hit too.
Yeah?
A couple of times.
Yep. It's about to turn to a different kind of protest, guys. Here we go.
Careful, babe.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Anybody can hear the song for Black Lives?
Baking soda, water. Ow. They want to see. Oh. Be freaking careful. No te quiero. Mira, ten, póntelo.
About that time.
It's about that time, bro.
Hey, Alex.
Feeling, huh? You see it?
It's starting to get a little like more intense than you said.
Hey, Alex. Are you coming with me or staying?
You leaving right now?
Yeah, I need to get some food for, all of us.
In your face? Can I clean it? Is that what I don't have anything else.
You sure?
You want to take it off?
No, just hold it. That's good enough.
You know what we could do?
What's up?
I got you. Check it. Check it out, check it out.
What are you doing? Oh, shit.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
I need to move.
I know.
Oh, hold up. Yeah, guys, I feel the environment really starting to change. Okay, I'm gonna move. Alex, go with the man. Yes, sir.
Right now?
Alright guys, we're downtown Oklahoma. Things look like they went back to being organized.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, kinda, right?
Maybe.
But you're getting those vibes, it's about to get tense, huh?
As it gets darker, everybody's kind of getting on edge.
Yeah.
hoping they'll get
Stop chemtrails. Say no to GMOs. Fuck the Rothschild banking family. Fuck the Rockefellers. Fuck Bill Gates. Here we go. Let's do it. Hey! I just blew him a kiss. I just blew him a kiss. Blow more kisses! Just be immature, why not?
We made them! Celebrate, but they still do things we can't. Black lives matter! Black lives matter!
Got it? Yeah, I really couldn't figure it out. I started in my mom's
Hey y'all, the media trying to get us like we here for Trump. Come on, let's go. Trump only had 1,400 supporters.
Back to Greenwood, let's go!
Trump had 1,400 supporters.
Let's go!
We got a member in here to sign up. Bring it up, y'all. We made our point. Trump only got 1,400 supporters here in South Oklahoma. Give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. No Trump, no KKK, no racist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no racist USA. Hey y'all, I'm not, anybody know how to disagree with me here? Yes. No Trump, no KKK, no racist USA. Yes, sir. Black lives matter. 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 No justice. No peace. No racism. No peace. You good? No peace. No justice. No peace. No racism. 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 Police. No justice. No peace. No racism. Police. No peace. Police. No peace. Police.
Yes, I'm going to
Hey guys, so I'm now maskless. There's no need for it at the moment. It's just that earlier police were getting a little physical with protesters, so I thought maybe it was time to gear up. Someone got pepper sprayed. For a minute there, things started to escalate, but looks like for now we're good. I'm gonna keep the helmet on though, from this point forward, because it definitely looks like we are much more subject. I'm getting smacked in the head. It's a relatively small group, but I'm sure eventually as the night falls, we will run into
Switch to Sprint and get our best unlimited deal ever. 4 lines of unlimited for just
$130 in Carterback. Start the shots fired call 10104 East 27th Street, 10104 East 27th Street, break. 7 shots coming from an unknown vehicle, last thing southbound on 101st East Avenue. Carterback. Adam 30, caller advisor, 7 shots coming from an unknown vehicle, last thing southbound on 101st East Avenue. Carterback.
The shots heard, and 108 can go back to the other David's car.
David 108, copy. I will stay en route to David 326. 10-4.
Edward 132, 97.
Engine 3 to main.
3, go ahead.
Engine 3, engine 2, 0. Let's go get unit 22 back in quarters, station 3.
Who's back in station 3?
374, please.
Affirmative.
132, 10-4. Your tag's going to be negative.
26 to main. Do we have another run in this area?
Out of 316 in a backer, intrusion alarm, 3341 East 27th place, 3341 East 27th place, break.
Not a 312.
Alright, 316.
10909 East 71st Street. Caller advised a silver, older model, 4-door sedan bearing Oklahoma Frank Baker Lincoln 041 is occupied by a white male wearing a black basketball jersey with bugs on the back. He left after being told not to. He was westbound on 71st Street. It's 21:18 hours.
Out of 316, 312, it's the Stevens residence. The trip is the front door, back door 2 times on both. Fire's en route for a fire alarm, and they're requesting TPD respond to a non-permitted alarm. 21:18.
Man, was that right? 313 or 315?
316.
And my guys in the motorcade, you can kill your lights.
Oh man, I just went 46 on the radio.
10-4.
It was for 316, not for you, man.
Got him.
David 326, I'm back 322, it'll be 10-8.
David 108, copy 10-8. 10-4, I'll show you by 10-8.
I know 125.
Good.
Level 1. David 108, I'll be en route to the shots fired that Adam 30 is on.
I'll be 10-6 en route to special assignment to relieve Ida 332.
10-4.
Nick and Matt Mize.
Follow my car. We're going to loop around.
David, 32604. Yes, sir. Did you guys clear your medical at 300 South Frisco?
That's affirmative. We're clear.
Remember that. Did you locate a patient there?
That's affirmative. We got a refusal.
Remember that. Thank you.
Go ahead.
On a swab hall, he's requesting IMSA for medical.
Edward, 101-4.
Yeah, this car we've got stopped, said he got on at Pine and Highway 11 and didn't realize that there was nobody down there. We've cleared the car and we're running him now. After that, we just want to let him go.
Yeah, let him go. We're about to open up. Young 510. So not yet, but when we open up, I still want Port Road remaining completely shut down until they are wheeled up. No one on Port Road until they're wheeled up. Right now, keep everything shut down for a couple more minutes.
Dispatch MR11 or MR10, can I get you to start over to 600 South Denver for a seizure?
Ladder 4 is going to escort Muskogee 13 to St. John's.
Once I open the route back up, remember, TPD cars will report downtown. All others, please report to the downtown area and help us shuttle traffic out of there. Right.
Are you going emergent or non?
On board Air Force One. All posts can open up except for Port Road. If you're on Port Road, keep it closed.
Dispatch to MR11.
510, I'll say it again. All posts can open up except for Port Road. Keep Port Road closed.
Copy non-emergent.
97 with item 316.
Item 14510 for it.
Affirmative. They do have one of my medics.
Same copy. Meaning the car 6. One.
Lincoln 7 to Tulsa County units. For those that are on the motorcade, report to the range.
Young 510. Whoever was blocking 244, keeping people from getting on Highway 11, I'm sorry if you left, but if you can go back and keep that blocked. That's the only other one that I can think that I need blocked. I apologize.
You're en route to meet officers at 600 South Denver. They have a female patient having a seizure. They are on the northeast corner of the intersection. Coming to the northeast corner of 600 South Denver. We're en route.
Victor 241, we copy.
16 Honda Accord lasting around 1700 hours, 2122.
South Denver.
That's affirmative.
Show me 97 with IDA 316.
Ladder 26, sir.
I copy. Do you have a medical unit with you?
Officers out of Woodland. These three just coming off of Memorial.
I copy. Don't respond, man. Come on back.
Returning to Section 4.
MR11, take a priority 1 seizure at 300 South Houston, 300 South Houston. Priority 1 seizure at 300 South Houston? That's affirmative.
Have you been...
Houston? That's affirmative.
You respond to a
Addresses for coordinates that show to be on the north side of this location, inside 2125.
There you see, that's a good copy.
Alright, at 316, the alarm's 95, we're going to be 10-8.
Out of 316 and backers 10-4.
10-8.
R11 on scene, 3rd Houston.
Yeah, 30-10-4.
Ambulance! Where the ambulance? Why the man body still right there? Supposed to be laying there. Damn ambulance! Whoa, Black Betty. Damn ambulance! Whoa, Black Betty. Damn ambulance! Black Betty had a child. Damn ambulance! The damn thing gone wild. Damn ambulance! Said a word, not a mind. The ambulance! The damn thing gone blind. Ambulance.
MR10, MR10, can you start to 315 South Boulder?
315 South Boulder.
Medical command.
Go ahead.
Have that crew stand by, and they will just stage for the time being.
Copy that. MR10, copy direct stage for now until clear to enter.
26 in service in quarters. Ida 311, do we have a apartment number?
We do not.
Engine 5, Bryan County 63s on scene will be Denver Command.
Okay, 10-4.
Alex 623, dispatch, we're on scene.
623 on scene.
Clear and start to domestic in progress, 8202 East 63rd Place.
MR10, we're responding.
MR10, you're responding and staging for TC or for,
Muskogee County 13. Base.
What's up, partner? Let me buy you a drink. Let me buy you a drink. You don't want
Hey guys, so there's a huge crowd of protesters here.
This is what happened.
Different vibe out here, guys. You could hear me? Huh? I thought we were gonna have a confrontation. I hope you guys could still hear me. Maybe a little muffled.
David 121-115, you're going to see, the caller does not want to be seen. It's got a 2-minute time lapse. Verse advised he heard 2 shots ring out somewhere in the apartment complex. It's 2133.
Supervisor to units 1, 2, and 4. You guys can move over to the fire apparatus.
110, Oswald, go ahead. 110, 190, go ahead. 312, 97 complex.
10-4.
EMSA dispatch to EMS command. Is Mobile 3 still out and about?
190 airport, sir.
Go ahead.
Hey, I've got one more coming up there that got separated.
That last.
Okay, do they have an escort?
I still have Mobile 3 on my CAD. Are they still out and about in the field?
Me.
Okay.
They're available here at our staging area.
Copy that, thank you.
Situation units, medical branch. Young 510 to all the motorcade units that are out here on the tarmac. If your radio has been repossessed by Secret Service, then you can roll out, get off the tarmac, and go to your next assignment.
Command post to all units. You can go ahead and release the ramp free.
Burglary in progress, first degree, 11301 East 3rd Street.
Yeah, law branch cleared 3 law enforcement units to go to that call on 315 South Boulder. They've advised us to retain those 3 law enforcement units from 315 South Boulder. There's some force protection to stay attached to medical branch.
Edward 101, we're going 10-8. We'll head that way.
Sue Pinnell advised she believes someone is inside her house break.
That much isn't sure at this time. They detached them when we got the report of the call and with the location of the protesters. I talked them out of 3 units. So if we can get our hooks in those units and get them under medical branch for your people, whatever it is we need to make that happen, let's make that happen.
Copy. Patio lights outside have been messed with. The call taker's public service. Carter back, Edward 101.
603, go ahead.
Edward 101, we're partnered.
10-4, it's 2136. Victor 1, did you have traffic?
Yeah, I'm not far. Can you 10-9-20? I'll be in Roswell.
Hawker Ezekiel 81799 is negative NCIC. Stand by for traces in county.
You'll see Gerald Burton in apartment 416. Complainant came back to his hotel and advised someone has gone through his luggage, took his ammo and holster. 2136.
Keeper 1 to Young 57.
George 345, I'm 97 on that.
10-4.
137, subject negative county. Stand by for traces.
Station.
Victor 1.
2137.
Here's Houston 4.
All posts can be open. We're wheels up. Port Road can be open. 244 and Highway 11 can be open. All posts related to the motorcade are open.
At the Ross, 7120 South Memorial Drive.
Myself 112 will clear and go over there. Do you have any other notes besides parking lot?
Yeah, the CFD units left because it wasn't safe for them, so they're at 3rd and Houston if you want to go down there and make contact with them.
David 121 ends 11597 in the complex.
Yeah, okay.
David 121 10-4.
Edward 32197.
Edward 321 10-4.
George 345.
Edward 302 1097. Let the caller know. We'll be out around.
George 345.
Yeah, aside from the call we're on, I just got told that a car just smashed into another car at the same location and drove off. Show me out with Oklahoma Charlie Paul Mary 667.
Adam 39 off car route east towards another 78.
George 225, I'm 97, I'm with him.
George 345 and 335 10 forward. Charlie Paul Mary 667 is negative.
9 10-4. Carter back, Adam 39.
31 also 97.
Adam 30.
10 forward, and then do you want me to generate a second call at that same location?
15 South Boulder. Can I get a status?
Adam 30 10-4.
We're still staged. Victor 197.
Victor 1 10-4.
10-4, thanks.
On a unit, so my call, go ahead and restore 55 to the origin at home 2.
The traces.
Oh, 3 folks, shoot 1046 on the radio.
10 forward.
It's going to be 036159, 036159.
3rd and
Go ahead.
Call taker's public service with the caller, and the caller's advising that Trayvon is now southbound on 103rd East Avenue, walking through backyards.
10-4.
345 and 341.
Stand by, he's on the phone.
Thank you. There are fireworks at 41st.
Main entrance at 4th and Houston for the state building. OHP's holding traffic for them.
31st and Memorial.
10-4.
Spring 314. We've got them out here as well at about 8700 East 71st.
10-4.
Okay, the IMSA unit is going to be at the main entrance to the state building. There are 3 OHP with them blocking traffic. Would you like them to turn on their lights?
Item 345 and backers, 10-4.
Can you open 12F for my team? We're going to be heading out to Woodland.
I don't want 25 myself.
10-4.
Take him out with them. Stand by.
Great, thank you.
Young 510, command post, fires on the phone.
SOC medic, Schumann to SOC medic there.
Okay, I was just advised X-ray 30 saying that we no longer need motorcade units to assist.
Hey, the TPD van mark number 2 has all your med supplies.
No, all motorcade units can go to their post dignitary protection assignments downtown. I don't need any motorcade units manning traffic posts anymore.
10-4, I think it's here.
10-4.
It's my understanding. Now, it's a command post that will tell everybody when they can go home.
10-4, this is command post. We need everybody to just start headed towards downtown, and we will get you assignments. Stay on 12F.
George 335.
Ladder 4 is in service quarters.
Also put Arkansas tag 186 Union Adam William.
10-4.
Affirmative.
Arkansas is negative.
Your MC unit is with OHP 547. OHP 547.
224 out of 324 and a backer. Suspicious activity in the northeast corner of 12th and Delaware, 1200 South Delaware Avenue break.
Out of 341.
Out of 324. Out of 324 and 341. The complainant does not want to be seen. They heard voices near where 3 city trucks are parked in the parking lot and would like officers to check it out. 2151.
And to any unit decided I'm switching over to one of the other channels. So if you need anything, now's the time.
10-20. East Broken Arrow Expressway, westbound lanes. It's going to be a black truck and a dark colored sedan, both with LEDs. They're speeding westbound. It's 2152.
We're over at the city building, just straight west of the VOK Center, off of Frisco. Okay. Are you headed back this way?
510 hours. Everybody's supposed to be switching to 13G for this, for their assignment.
Back to the parking lot
We just need to walk back.
Amos, no, stay on 12F, because we do have other outside agencies on here. So you can stay on 12F. As soon as things calm down, we'll probably patch with one of the other channels. But we'll get you assigned to where you need to go here on 12F.
No, they may have different plans.
Yeah, it looks like we do. Plus we're blocked in.
Okay. If you can get me an ETA, that'd be great. I think we're going to be rolling from here somewhere.
Item 341, 297.
Civil.
10 or Mary 49, have you made contact with your MC unit yet?
Mary 49 affirmative. They said they don't need our help, but they've got a security team, an SOT security team with them.
I'm not sure what you guys are doing, but we're getting ready to roll out with these guys. They are obviously going somewhere else.
Okay. We may just leave 2 vehicles behind. I think we have access to 3, and we'll just stay in contact with you on this channel.
Mary 49, that MC unit has been advised that you were there to assist them and would like for you to start back to them.
Them over to 300 South Boulder. Is that what they're wanting us to do, or are they wanting us to go back to the state building?
It's my understanding that they need escort into 315 South Boulder, which is why we had multiple units starting.
Go ahead.
You can be 10-8 and 10-7.
One 151. I don't see any more TPD inside the area.
The building of 1613 East 15th Street, 1613 East 15th Street, break.
Item 316.
Item 345.
Edward 132 traces.
Item 345 and 316. The complainant does not want to be seen. Advised on the north side of the building. Caller's ring camera shows the male that was putting stuff in the bushes. Break.
Edward 101. Address going to be 11104 East 21st Street. Called in by ADT. It's going to be at East-West Door, Berg, known as Route 2156.
They thought it was really suspicious, and the subject also turned the caller's camera so that she was unable to see what the subject was doing. 2156.
Key for 13, I'm out with him, so I'll figure out what they need.
10-4, thank you.
Edward 132.
Edward 132 is going to be 036162, 036162.
Victor 110.
Victor 110-4.
$151, $139.
Go ahead.
I've secured this PE 188. I'm going to go ahead and clear from here.
Okay.
Edward 02, we 10-8, 10-6 NVD.
Edward 02, 10-4.
Item 311, trace number.
Evan, please put your keys on my desk before you leave.
Just working.
David 313-1016.
Lincoln 30, do we have any CP on this side that's waiting for assignment?
David 313, go ahead.
Being out to the sobering center with adult male, and 312's going with me.
10-4, it's 2159.
Taylor 10197.
Item 21697.
Taylor 11124.
Lincoln 30, can you 10-9 that traffic?
For 101 and 135, 10-8.
10-4.
Lincoln 30, do I have any CPD officers on this side waiting for assignment?
Call 276.
Frank 13, cover traces.
It's going to be 036164, 036164.
I need the TS for fireworks, 4644 South 25th West, 2200.
All 276, will you go to 3rd and Houston? There is a Kiefer unit there, and take his place there with the EMSA and fire that are staged there so that he can go home.
Yep. Edward 327, 10-8 branch.
Good.
I can start to the 78, and Edward 311 will back me.
Ten for the one at 22500 East Admiral Place.
Affirmative.
For I'll show you in route.
Edward 327.
We have Adam 39 and Adam 30 en route. They haven't advised if they need an additional.
Ten four. If they want to stay 10-8, I can take it.
10-4, I'll show you en route. Edward 311, do you want me to show you en route as well?
Young 572 to Maine.
Yeah, 10-4, I'm on the way. Yeah, 572, go ahead.
For that back spasm, we will not be going. It's a HAB. He can find a place to get help. We're not sending in all this effort for that.
Number is 036165. 036165.
Parks 501 command post.
Item 101, Carter back, check subject, 1900 East 12th, 1900 East 12th Street, eastbound break.
Idaho 135, I'm with him. Thank you, guys. No problem, thank you.
Ferry units are at MLK 244.
Hold on, Tim.
Anonymous, you're looking for a white male, about 5'11", 175, wearing blue shirt, blue pants. Appears to be confused, doesn't know where he's at. He flagged our caller down asking for a ride. Also possibly intoxicated. It's 2203.
MR10, you've been canceled by the SOC medic.
It ain't your
Copy,
kinky
careful.
hair or your clothes. It ain't your dreadlocks hanging or the way that you
No problem. Been looking at.
It ain't the
Johnson County 2, command.
Tulsa County 2.
People might probably learn to live with that, but if you wanna know, nigger, I'll tell you what this is a song. It's the attitude, stupid. It's what's inside your brain. It's the attitude, stupid. Ain't you ever gonna change? You keep thinking everything is black and white. Don't you know the difference between wrong and right? It's the attitude, stupid. We don't owe you a thing. It ain't your looks, and that's a fact. It ain't your ass riding up on your back. It ain't the way you say alright when you spell out a word. It's the things you say and you do, thinking white people still owe something to you. Well, listen to me, nigger, this is something you've never heard. It's the attitude, stupid. It's what's inside your brain. It's the attitude, stupid. Ain't you ever gonna change? You keep thinking everything is black and white. Don't you know the difference between wrong and right? It's the attitude, stupid. We don't owe you a thing. Hey, it's the attitude, stupid. We don't owe you a thing.
Just let me know when you go 10-7 so I can make a note, please.
Okay, we've got 3 keeper units out your way.
And he's wearing a blue shirt, blue jean shorts. He climbed over the balconies arguing with a white male who lives there. It's also his brother. It's 2206.
Where are you waiting at?
We're at 440 South Houston.
Something Henry want me.
Copy?
George 113, okay, thank you.
And from the Wimbledon Apartments, 4827 South 74th East Avenue. Caller advised there's possibly 2 missing children from apartment 6411, and the parents were out looking but didn't want police involved until they searched the complex. 2206.
PA Squad 9 and 8, you guys have been cleared EOS. Thank you guys for your help.
We're still on this channel. All of our agents are assigned to fire stations.
PA 9. Copy.
3231.
Lost copy, thank you.
10-4, I need them to stay at the fire stations for a little bit longer.
10-4 units in the area of Hello Park, 5300 South Winning, COS for a lot of people parked in the grass. It's 2206.
Affirmative. She just asked who else was on this channel, so I wanted to confirm.
Medical command, thank you to all those fire groups.
Idaho 135, 101, 97.
Idaho 135, 101, 10-4.
Go ahead.
Our unit is free to clear.
Frank 107 to Frank 10.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, apparently they're sending another team to us. I don't know who that is, though.
I have a unit that can clear and start to disturbance at the La Quinta, 23 North 67th East Avenue.
It's going to be Mike A. with a team of 5 guys in Motley, Tahoe.
David 301.
David 101.
Okay. We're just waiting. Molly or Mike A, if you can hear, the code to get in is 2266 pound.
David 101 was called in by security. Billy Riley. Advisors 10 subjects in various vehicles refusing to leave the parking lot. And we were just told we can cancel. So yeah, we'll leave it on 10-8.
Copy.
I will.
MR10.
Kiefer 13, go ahead.
Kiefer units will be clearing TPDs within the station at 444 South Houston.
I do have a unit that can clear and start to suspect 97 at 9959 East 97th Street.
We ought to send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa where they belong. We ought to send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa. They ought to get the hell out of America and leave the white man alone.
139 Cat City wants everybody to shred the plan.
They don't like this. They don't like that. They're never satisfied, and
10-4, thank you.
The more we give, the more they take. The more we fix, the more they break. The country's in an awful mess with a whole lot of civil unrest. I got one thing to suggest. They ought to leave and get gone. Gather up all the niggers and go back home. We ought to send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa where they belong. We ought to send them all back to Africa.
David 101, David 101, I heard that. Suspicious activity call is Buffalo retirement, 8205 East 22nd Street, 8205 22nd Street, right?
It ain't no doubt. They just keep pushing, they never stop. If you want to, they don't like the way things are done. They ought to go back to where they come from. So white people, I'm asking you, let's buy
David
us
108 going
a
to
home too. And here's what we need to do.
David 101, 108, you're going to see a Marianne Hope on the advice. She can hear a suspect by her window. Advised someone said break into apartment about a month ago. 2210.
We ought to send them all back to
Units, I don't see any issues with that. Just let me know when you're 10-7, thank you.
We ought to send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa. They ought to get the hell out of America
David 301.
and leave the white man alone.
David 301, simple.
Life in America would be so great without niggas here to demonstrate about this and that and that and this and you and me and getting things free. Won't you listen to me? Let's send them all back to Africa. Send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa where they belong. We ought to send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa. They ought to get the hell out of America and leave the white man alone. They ought to get the hell out of America and leave the white man alone.
Command post, we're clearing and going temp up.
Six.
Stickers additional? Okay. And caller advised that her apartment's going to be on the east side of the building. It's apartment 225.
That's a 937 dispatch copy.
Better 311.
Yeah, we're 311 10-4.
Edward 32797.
Edward 327.
Henry 312, 10-8 break.
Go ahead.
We can take a couple reports.
10-4.
Thanks, Jeff. Okay. Are you guys close? We're rolling out.
Barry, we're at 7th and Houston trying to get to you.
In my old Chevy riding through the South, I looked up on a hill and I saw a big white house. I caught a glimpse of a bearded man polishing his sword. Well, I saw Robert E. Lee outside sitting on the porch. I pulled up in the yard and saw a cotton field out back. He invited me to sit with him and share a fifth of Jack. He had crisscross bars and 13 stars blowing in the wind. He said, save your Confederate money, boy, 'cause the South will rise again. And Robert E. Lee did not like them Northerners one bit. He was a rebel and he knew it, and he didn't give a shit. We've been talking about Dixie and how old times used to be, and I've been sitting up drinking with Robert E. Lee. We talked about his troops and the rebel infantry and those 13 southern states that will live in infamy. As he took another swig of his Black Label whiskey, he said that Yankee pride don't mean a damn thing to me. He spoke about his men and how they always fought so brave, and how they wove their sacred flag, though many lives they gave. He struggled to gain independence for his southern ground. He stood up for his cause and never once did he back down. And Robert E. Lee did not like them Northerners one bit. He was a rebel and he knew it, and he didn't give a shit. We've been talking about Dixie and how old times used to be, and I've been sitting up drinking with Robert E. Lee. Drink 'em up. It was 2 o'clock a.m. and the fire was getting low. So I thanked him for our talk, 'cause it was time for me to go. While walking to my car, I turned to thank him once again. But the lot was bare, there was nothing there but rocks and dirt and sand. Was it my imagination playing with my head? I remember hearing clearly every single word he said. Every movement, every gesture, every tear that his heart shed. His dream is still alive, even though his body's dead. Robert E. Lee's memory lives on in the Southern soul, along with his boys who fought and died out in the cold. Lee was a man with tons of courage, a hero without a doubt. He was a man with determination, he was a man from the South. And Robert E. Lee did not like them Northerners one bit. He was a rebel and he knew it and he didn't give a shit. He said, son, I've got many stories to tell. Ulysses S. Grant can kiss my ass and go to hell. We've been talking about Dixie and how old times used to be. And I've been sitting up drinking with Robert E. Lee. Drink him up, bro.
Super,
Good.
Are you on foot or in a vehicle?
You guys are pulling in here now with us.
David, 10897.
Okay, we're 60 Cincinnati, just to the east, pulling into a parking lot on the north side of the street.
Yeah, 10897.
Yeah, you guys are in the back of the truck?
Yeah, we're in.
We're in the black zone.
And then Jesse showed up, Jesse showed up. Wouldn't you know it, Jesse Jackson showed up. He had a bunch of porch monkeys praising his name while he preached and he hollered and he passed the blame and said, them niggas wasn't stealing when they got caught. They was only doing some shopping, just like I thought. White man shouldn't have a store there. It's all his fault. And they all got excited when Jesse showed up. Election time, a new president, Al Gore had to win, so the niggers all went. The Chads were counted and counted again. They counted 3 times, but they still didn't win. And then Jesse showed up, Jesse showed up. Wouldn't you know it, Jesse Jackson showed up. He had a bunch of porch monkeys praising his name while he preached and he hollered and he passed the blame and said, listen here niggas, I think we've been had. If we lose this election, it's gonna be bad. And it's the white man's fault because he stole all the Chads. And they all got excited when Jesse showed up. Something's gonna happen one of these days if Jesse Jackson don't start mending his ways. He's gonna keep stirring them niggers up till the white man says enough is enough. And then the Klan will show up, the Klan will show up, all dressed in white, they're gonna show up. He's gonna be sorry for strutting his stuff. Y'all's gonna break loose when the Klan shows up and they'll say, Jackson, what do you mean causing all this trouble? It's up yours, nigger. We're gonna pop your bubble. We're gonna break it off in you and stick it in double. So just watch yourself, Jesse, when the Klan shows up. You'd better watch yourself, Jesse, when the Klan shows up.
Hey guys, I'm just buying some water, keep myself hydrated.
You want water?
Huh? Yeah. Hey guys, so I don't believe there's any other protests going on. I think everyone came down to Greenwood and this just became a giant party. Alright guys. How's it going, man?
Lincoln 30 to the Able Commissioner. Are you still this side?
Okay, had my mic turned off. But, talking about looted stuff, it reminded me, back during Ferguson riots, I think it was 2014, 2015, somewhere in that neighborhood, they had a thing on the news that there's actually a kind of an underground group of collectors, I guess, that actually will pay good money for stuff that's looted during a riot. They actually have auctions, and stuff will go for considerably more than it will, if you just went and bought it. Especially if the item was seen like on a video, on the news. The more prominent, attention that item got, then the more money that it would bring. It was crazy, but, they showed like $100 pair of Nikes would bring maybe $400, sometimes $500. If the guy was seen, stealing them on the news or while the reporter was there doing a live broadcast. Things of that sort. And people was selling it. I mean, crazy, but I don't know who exactly was doing it. It's an underground kind of thing. They compared it to the way the elite will buy like stolen artwork, from a gallery. Somebody go in and rip off a Rembrandt or whatever. Then, they got buyers for it. Same idea with this stuff. I mean, the majority of this stuff will end up in the pawn shop, but some of your more business savvy type of people, I guess, they know how to do it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, all the ins and outs, just going by what the news said. But it was an underground kind of thing. I thought it was interesting anyway. I've got enough glass, Brian. More than I got room for. But it's fun to collect, though. And cheap, for the most part. But, yeah, when it should be next month. I don't know when exactly, but sometime I'll go over to the glass factory where my turkeys were made. And I don't have any idea what they'll be making when I get there. Kind of varies. But I'll take some. I won't be able to live stream, but I'll take some video and post it though. Then I'll go over to the museum and some stuff there. Well, there was unrest earlier. But yeah, it's pretty interesting seeing some of that, historical glass or whatever you want to call it. Something I was surprised about though, and they don't even know how it happened, but they said a few years ago, this has been about a year ago when I was over there, but a few years back they had a different location for the museum, Cambridge Glass, and it got flooded. They said all the display cases got busted, all that irreplaceable glass was floating in, almost chest high water, but not a single piece got a bit of damage. No breaks, scratches, dings, nothing. It was all perfect. They just had to go in, pick it up, and, remove it before they got all the water out. But how it survived, they don't even know. But I thought that was, kind of remarkable for something like that to, as fragile as glass is, to survive a flood. And if you have an Android phone, speaking of phones, go to your settings menu, find the Google setting, and make sure the new app that everybody got stuck with is turned off, where they're contact tracing everybody for that stupid COVID-19. It's on your phone. It should be turned off by default, but, you never know if it's really off, but it's on there. Yeah, I never got into too much of the blown glass. There's some nice stuff out there. But, Karen, it's in your settings. Well, that is true, Cody. When you get glass in the mail, especially in the wintertime, you want to leave it in the package for a couple hours before you open it. But anyway, go on your phone if you got Android. iPhone's got it in there too, but Android, hit your settings button, and then scroll down to where it says Google, and click on that, and you'll see it. COVID-19 exposure notifications. Click on that and get rid of it. It wants you to turn on your location and your Bluetooth, so make sure those are off. And mine is off, but it says this app can notify you if you've been near someone who reported having COVID-19. The date, duration, and signal strength associated with the exposure will be shared within the app. Your phone uses Bluetooth to securely collect and share random IDs and other phones that are nearby. Random IDs are deleted after 14 days. It claims it's anonymous, but, well, you know how that is. But yeah, settings, click on Google, and you'll see it in there, guaranteed. Because my phone is a LG V30 I bought unlocked on eBay, and it will not get updates over the air. To update it, I had to plug it into my computer. So, it was weird that, mine even got it, but it did, though. Oh, I'm sure they probably do, but... And, Shane there, thanks for posting that in the other chat, At least I think it was you, anyhow. I can't remember. Man, it was heat index 98 degrees today. It was hot. Okay, yeah, it should be off by default, but... Well, that's the thing, though. Yeah, if you got the Bluetooth off, but a lot of people use Bluetooth for headphones, earpieces, so you can talk. So, a lot of people leave it on. I don't, but... But Pretty crazy, though. A lot of people are speculating that that's why a lot of people had issues with their phone last week or whenever it was. I don't remember having any trouble with mine, but people said that they think that's why, because everybody was getting this app or whatever. Man, it's turned into a car show now. Now, as far as I know, it's still Tulsa or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. That's what it looks like. Let's see what the audio's got to say.
I love you guys. Thank you for being with me this entire time. And thanks for your support. Again, your donations help me be out here doing things like Andrew, both Andrews, right? We're able to support each other through all the craziness. Alright guys, we're 3 minutes before the stream ends. A little bit about me, guys. I come from El Paso, Texas. I worked as a volunteer and outreach coordinator at a nonprofit that did immigration legal services. But after a while, I found that my interest was elsewhere, and I accidentally stumbled into this. I mean, before 2 weeks ago, I'd never streamed in my life. Ever in my life. This is really my first time undertaking a project like this. This is my first time really being part of a movement like the one you're seeing out here, guys. I'm just super grateful for the opportunity. I've been involved in social justice for so many years. Of course, I have my personal opinions, but at the end of the day, man, I feel like the best thing I can do is give you guys information about the movement and give you guys a chance to be part of history in the making.
Alright, enough with this dork. We're going to switch over to another feed. I'm going to keep looking for other ones too, but we're going to check out a different one. So I got one of those I don't know what you call them, bunch of feeds on the same screen. This dude's about ready to end anyway, so let's get rid of him. Jump over to this one.
If people are upset with us, we don't want to be, you know, doing something they don't want us to do.
Right, and you did this on the first stream, but we cut the stream for a better connection. Can you please identify yourself?
Oh yeah. My name is John Moore. I'm an EMT and a union organizer, and I've been part of the group of people who have been helping out with medical care at the protests.
How long have you been part of the protest? For me, like I said, May 29th, that Friday, was like the first day that I seen it go down in downtown, but it wasn't a medical, it was more of a vandalism kind of thing. But if you're to go from like May 29th until today, how long have you been involved over here in providing medical care?
So personally, we've had people come and go. We've had new people come on as the weeks have gone by. Ever since that first Saturday at Westlake, I wasn't there for that. The first Saturday at Westlake, that's when I got involved, and I've been there. I think all but one day since.
Right, Saturday on Westlake, And then, I mean, that Sunday was the first time that to the hill. It was rerouted, ended up back down there in Westlake. And then that Monday was the flashpoint or the pink umbrella moment, so to speak.
Yeah.
And you've been up there on Capitol Hill since then.
Yep.
Well, like you said, even before then.
Trying to see if I can find something a little more interesting. Well, ain't much going on, but we can watch street cam of Chop. Alright, I found something from Kentucky. They're marching or something. So let's see what's going on in that state.
Whoa. All right, not protest related, but just look at this shirt. There's a bunch of 90s Nickelodeon TV show logos. It's great. That shirt is amazing. David McAtee didn't shoot at the police. David McAtee didn't have a firearm. He was holding his tongs in his hand. The tongs he used to serve police free meals every day of his life. Dude, we've all seen the super sketchy ass security camera footage where you can't see shit, but everyone's making up what they're seeing. We've all seen it, man. But the facts are, he was holding his tongs.
David McAtee.
No, he sure didn't. Sorry, sir.
LMPD. LMPD. LMPD.
Give me that badge! Give me that badge! Give me that badge! Give me that badge!
No, sure didn't.
Give me that badge!
Unfortunately, he definitely
Give
didn't.
me that badge! Give me that badge! Give me that badge!
I know several people that were actually there that night, and they know for a fact that he
Give
didn't.
me that badge! Give me that badge! Give me that badge! Give me that badge! Give me that badge!
Hey Rob, give me a source for that.
Give me that badge! Give me that badge! Give me that badge!
Because if that's the case, that's something that I wasn't aware of. But I thought I read pretty much all the articles that had come out on it. So yeah, give me a source on that if you really think that if there really was gunshot residue. I don't have to watch it 100 times because I know exactly what I saw.
Come on, y'all, stay together. I know we've been out here for a minute, but at least we get to wake up in the morning. Come on, stay together.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, y'all, stay together.
You guys are ridiculous.
Y'all stick together, alright? We united, yes?
Yes!
We united, yes?
Yeah!
We united, yes?
Yeah!
Yeah, of course, nobody can.
Who's straight?
Our streets!
Judge, jury, executioner, nobody cams. Go figure.
Our streets!
Who's straight?
Our streets!
Who's straight?
I did, Joe. I'm sorry. I just, wish that you could see it correctly.
Who's straight?
Our streets!
Who's straight?
Our streets!
Who's straight?
They wanted a badge, I give them one. I put a snowflake on the screen. That seemed appropriate enough. It seemed fitting anyway for the crowd. But so did this. That seemed kind of fitting too. So yeah, that fits. I mean, just observation. Now back to your regularly scheduled, whatever this is.
You can't stop the revolution!
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 Yeah, that's Chris Miller.
You can't stop!
He's the one that had the footage that was able to see National Guard and LMPD posted up behind their cars.
Some water in you guys, come on.
Who's straight?
Our streets!
Who's straight?
Our streets!
Who's straight?
Our streets!
Who's straight?
Our streets!
Okay, then someone find me a source. Give me a link for that press conference so I can make that, or have that valid information for myself. so that I'm not reporting invalid information. So yeah, if someone could just give me a source on that, I'll believe it then.
Fuck the police! Fuck the police! Fuck the police! Fuck the police! Fuck the police!
Yeah, dude. No, John. No, because I've seen the security camera footage. I already know. Once you pause it, it's going to deteriorate even further, and then once you zoom, it's going to deteriorate even further than that. So at that point, you're just looking at shadows, essentially.
I lost like 30 pounds. When I got here, I was 600 pounds, man. What the fuck y'all doing to me? I'm down. Yo! People in the front! Y'all leaving the back! Y'all leaving y'all back! People in the front! Turn around! Y'all leaving the back! Y'all leaving the back!
Right, they're trying to claim from the outside security camera that you can see gunpowder, or you can see flash discharge from the pistol. You can't ever see the pistol from the exterior security camera, but they're trying to claim that you can see the discharge of two rounds. I couldn't even ever make those out, so I don't know. But, you know, then after that, you see the glass door just shattering huge because he was shot at with fully automatic rifles.
Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter!
All right, well,
Black Lives Matter! 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 I said no justice! No peace! Fuck these racist ass police! I said no justice! No peace!
all right, well, I can't read. I can't pull that link up. Can't pull that link up while I'm live streaming, so I'll have to check it out once I'm done and able to view it. But at the same time, if it was just a Facebook post from Andy Bashir, I'm not even going to take that as fact. I want to see police records.
No peace, fuck these racist ass police. No peace, fuck these.
But I will definitely check out that link once I'm done here.
No peace, fuck these racist ass police. I said no justice. No peace, fuck these racist ass police. I just so racist. LMPD. I just so racist. LMPD. I just so racist. LMPD.
Video says nothing, man. You're full shit. I haven't seen anything that you're talking about, and I've watched it at least 25 times. And again, the quality of the video is so bad that if you were to stop it and pause it, it would just degrade even further. And then if you were to try to zoom in, even more degradation. You're talking about pixels at that point. You're talking about just like shadows. So like, that proves nothing, man.
Fuck the police! Fuck the police! I can hear y'all! Fuck the police! Fuck the police!
Yeah, Atlanta burning down Wendy's, that was tight.
Fuck the police! 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 Black Lives Matter! 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 Say her name! Breonna Taylor! Say her name! Breonna Taylor! Say her name!
So because someone else has a pistol on him, he decided he deserved to die, is what you're saying. Or because they have pistols on them, they deserve to die. Is what you're saying? I believe we are actually, hi Jen, how you doing? But we are actually heading back to the park, I believe. That's what I'm saying. He had barbecue tongs in his hand. He had barbecue tongs in his hand that he used to feed cops free meals every day that his business was open. So my standpoint on fuck the police is all cops are bastards until something changes. I know there's good ones there, but those good ones need to drop their fucking batons and they need to stand with us against the bad ones. And until they do that, they are also bastards. John, I'm good. I've seen it like 25 times.
I live in Paducah, but I see your stuff all the time.
Good, good.
Yeah, so last week whenever I was here, I could see the live feed because I got the notification for it. And I was like the whole time trying to figure out who you were while I was watching your live feed.
It's slowly starting to come around. Every day at least one person's like, who are you? I'm like, oh, that's me.
It's nice to meet you.
You too. Oh no, they're saying cuss words. Wah. Thanks, Destiny. My dad did a pretty good job too. They were both good. All lives can't matter till Black Lives Matter. It's kind of like you can't have 5 unless you got 5 ones. You know, if one of those ones is gone, you only got 4. You know, so all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter. That's just math, really.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Get together! Get together! No, we gotta stick together. Come on, y'all.
Yeah. When Jesus comes, I would still absolutely say, fuck those racist ass police. And I would hope that God would stand up and say the same. I don't personally believe in God, but if that day ever came, that's the way I'd see it going down. Yeah, whenever Jesus destroyed a temple, there was a mark that had a market in it. Also, Christians like to forget about the Old Testament, which is still technically part of their belief, even though it is, you know, Jewish books. But no, God killed all kinds of people, man. Lots of them, whole cities. Fireworks here and there. They're off in the distance, though. They're not really close by. I support justice for innocent people, you know, not police. How many innocent people do police kill in a year, do you think? Just judge, jury, executioner. Turns out police officers told the wrong, killed the wrong person, and then just gets off scot-free. Like, how's that fair? How's that justice? So if you support justice for innocent people, you got to think about that type of shit, John. All lives matter looking ass bitch.
What do we want?
Nah, I don't block people in their comments. I just take screen caps, collect information, and then I'll eventually send a portfolio to their employers.
When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it?
But now that I said that, John's just gonna like call me a crybaby and like, oh my God, you're the biggest crybaby of them all. You're all millennials, man, crybaby. Yeah, he's gonna throw a temper tantrum now because I just said that.
Shut it down. We don't get it. Shut it down. We don't get it. Shut it down. We don't get it.
Not all cops are bad, you're right, but the good cops should put their sticks down, drop their riot gear, and stand with us if they were good cops. So, in that essence, they're not a good cop until they do so. Therefore, ACAB until something changes. All cops are bastards.
Our streets, 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 our streets.
Yeah, dude, he loves the attention, but I'm just fucking collecting a portfolio on him.
Our streets, 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 our streets. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Yo, Leon, if that statistic is accurate, then that is point in case. Proves
Black Lives Matter.
It proves the systemic racism.
Black Lives Matter.
Because if you've done any research on the concept of systemic racism, it is that
Black Lives
they
Matter.
haven't left slavery in essence. It's just different versions. It started with slavery and then the Emancipation Proclamation. Then after that, there was Jim Crow, and then after Jim Crow, now we're looking at monetized prison systems that, the only way that the government can make money is by keeping people in these prisons and treating them like shit. So they take African Americans that have misdemeanor marijuana charges, and then they drop them in prison for 20 years. It's all full oppression, man. Black on black crime is created by this systematic racism. You keep people down long enough, you'll eventually be able to pit them against each other.
Our people united will never be divided. The 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 people united will never be divided. United will never be divided. The people united will never be divided.
I got some pretty good lawyers. If Facebook tries to take away my streaming, we'll see how that goes.
Will never be divided. The people united 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 will never be divided. United will never be divided. The people united will never be divided.
Yep, that is entirely accurate, Destiny. Even though the officer filed for the warrant classified information, completely fabricated information to get his warrant, it was issued to him. That is now public knowledge. I mean, they've admitted to it several times. So that warrant should be invalid, period. Making it unlawful entry. Unlawful entry, what the hell do you gave them full right. Because they were burglars at that moment, not law enforcement.
Take it from me. Quit your bitching, nigger, or you'll get your due. Cause the Ku Klux Klan will come a-calling on you. You got money and jobs and your equal rights given by the government. You got welfare, food stamp, a medical card, and sometimes a little free rent. You just keep begging, taking everything we've got.
Please read all the comments.
Well, damn you, nigger, don't you think it's time to stop?
Read all the comments so you can see all the garbage ass racists that are in here talking, man.
And just let things be. You're messing up big time, take it from me. Quit your bitching, nigger, or you'll get your due. Cause the Ku Klux Klan become a-calling on you. Lately you're yelling down a rebel flag. Won't let me take it.
Yeah, the officers. That's who we're talking about. The officers who ordered the search warrant. Those are the ones. Brett Hackenlink. So finally he got his ass fucking fired. Now he needs to be arrested and prosecuted.
It ain't coming down. Rebel flag is staying right here. Hey, quit your bitching niggers and just let things be. You're messing up big time, take it.
Yeah, we are heading back to the park. We're downtown. Getting back to downtown.
All the Ku Klux Klan become a-calling on you.
Weren't any cars up there to block that intersection, so I went to go help. Yeah, like, that's really what it comes down to. Is this is just the next era of systemic racism, and it has to do with. Sorry.
Hey, instead of listening to this idiot, we can still watch it, but we'll pick a scanner feed. Atlanta's out there, which I don't know how much action they're getting. Chicago's always interesting, but we'll start with Atlanta first. If it gets boring, then we'll switch over to Chirac. Always something crazy going on over there.
To the homeowner.
Copy 6-9 to the homeowner. Copy of auto accident, I-20 westbound at Hill Street. I-20 westbound at Hill Street.
I copy it. Are there any injuries, or are the vehicles immobile?
Affirmative. And fire EMS, along with heroes, should already be on scene. It's going to be a 3-car. One vehicle is no longer there. Silver Toyota Camry, Maniac G6.
$1,400.
400.
Let all the squad cars know I don't want any cars coming anywhere on Fullerton here on the south side of the street. This is all a crime scene. So.
Okay, no cars on Fullerton. No cars on Fullerton.
Between Bernard and Kimball is a crime scene.
No cars on Fullerton between Bernard and Kimball.
I need another car or some crime scene tape on this side, please.
1424.
424.
Can you head over there? They need another car on Fullerton between Bernard and Kimball.
1460.
460.
You notify CTA and let them know that east and west on Fullerton from Central Park to Kimball will be no longer available to them.
They got a supervisor heading your way.
Thank you. $1465, Adam.
465, Adam.
Who has the female from over here from on location?
Who has the female over there?
1434, we have the female.
465, Adam, you copy?
Who has her against one?
1434 has the female, 434.
Okay, are they in front? Where are they at, Scott?
34, where are you?
We're just north of the car. Okay, 10-4, I'll head over.
Can you do a vein check? Got almost an hour on it. 2342 on Cortez, 2342 Cortez. Original call said that her husband and her were having a problem. Tried a couple of callbacks and got no response. And then he came in as domestic related battery in progress. Her intoxicated husband is causing a disturbance, screaming loud and hitting on her. No weapons. You're looking for Miss Osana. 1232.
232.
Innocent 12, the battery in progress, 1434 South Halsted, 1434 Halsted. Cell phone caller said 2 males in white t-shirts are fighting in the middle of the street. No weapons, no further. This is 12 zone 3.
1424.
424.
Juan, where's the nearest over here on Fullerton?
Bernard between Kimball.
463, David.
1463, David.
For mobile with 1460.
460 for a mobile.
1460, go ahead. Hey, LT, I got the K9 here. They're looking for you. Over here on Fullerton and Monticello end. Actually, I'm over Fullerton Bernard. I think 1400 X-ray is over there, and I know 1465 is over that way. Fucking 1460 again.
460.
Yes, ma'am. Can I get a wagon from the 14th district? It's Fullerton and Bernard.
Fullerton and Bernard. 471, where are you?
Fullerton Bernard squad. We got disregard squad. Fullerton and St. Louis, please. Fullerton and St. Louis.
A wagon at Fullerton and St. Louis. Okay, 10-4.
1400 X-ray.
400X.
Yeah, was K9 looking for me?
They should be coming up to Fullerton and Bernard right now.
Okay, are they on the air?
4743, are you on the air?
Yeah, this is 1400 X-ray. I don't know where you guys want to start. You want to start back on Fullerton, or you want to start back where the vehicle's at? We're at 2542 in Monticello.
We can come down by the vehicle.
Okay, why don't you come around off of Wrightwood, like Wrightwood and Monticello. I'll meet you out there. Four two three.
1423.
You can raise 1213 and have them call the station.
1213.
1213.
Can you call 14th District and ask them 1423?
That one.
Thank you.
X-ray 72.
X-ray 1472.
There's a unit that needs a wagon. We have a wagon, but we're blocking westbound traffic on Fullerton at Central Park. If we can get relief here, we can go do it for them. Disregard. It's on its way.
Man, talking about the statues, something I've noticed in the several years I've been, covering all this stuff. Not in every case, but if whoever's doing the on the ground streaming pans the camera enough, you can almost always find a Muslim in the crowd. They're not doing anything, generally. But that's their MO, you know. Look at ISIS over there. First thing they do when they go into an area, destroy the history. Tear down all the relics, bust up the museums. You know, that's their first thing they do. Same deal here. They're just sitting back. Once our history's all gone, then they can put theirs in place. Simple. Of course they're here. These are just cannon fodder here. These idiots here don't mean nothing to anybody. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is there, TT. The bot is basically off. Other than the automated message. But, you know, they go tear down a bunch of stuff. And then everybody else looks at it and says, well, we need to tear down there Malcolm X, Martin Luther, and whoever else, Kunta Kinte, or whatever they got. You know, people start screaming that. Well, at the end of it, there's nothing. No side will end up with any history. Ours will be gone, probably first at the way they're going unless we do something. Then their side will get all their history erased. And at the end of the day, you're going to have a generation coming up, regardless of black, white, brown, male, female, whatever, are going to have no clue of who they are. And the first group that comes in to give them some history, well, there you go. Because people do like history. Why do you think companies like 23andMe and Ancestry.com and, you know, all of those places do so well? People like to know about their history. But when you use some of those services, is that your real history or the history they want you to have? Because 23andMe's already apologized for hiring too many white people. So, you know, you send your DNA off. Well, now they own it. But not so much just that, but you get the results back. And there's, you know, tons of people that I've seen post their reports and talk to online. And almost all of them, regardless of who they are, have always come back with a percentage of black. You know. So then they start digging into their culture, so to speak. You know, and all that mess. So I mean, look at some of the streams that we've done lately. Even in Atlanta, you know, they were going crazy and mob rule, and then there was that black cop that stood there and actually talked to them people like a father figure. And they stood there and listened like a kid would to his dad. You know, people are, in a roundabout way, craving history, you know, and all the stability that they don't have. But they're going about it totally the wrong way. Destroying my history is not going to help you a bit with yours. Yeah, exactly. So, it's substituting, you know. Like they say, the winners write the history books. Well, the ones in charge write the books nowadays. I mean, I'm in a Christian college and all of that, and it has got some of the most liberal stuff in the textbooks you could ever imagine. Now, luckily, I will say, none of my professors have made me really do anything with those, you know, parts of the books so far. But it's in there. You know, Joe Biden is a great speaker. That cow woman from MSNBC, you know, she's on there. And, you know, all this crap saying they're great speakers. And then you can pick your gender, be anything you want. And, you know, all this mess. So, Now, I'm not saying that college is bad. A lot of people make that statement, and I'm not saying that. It's just, even my professor in this particular class, which is psychology, even came right out and told me, she's like, you know, there are things you'll deal with in school. You kind of have to just go along, but she says, remember, you do not have to believe everything you're taught in school. And, you know, that's completely right. You don't have to believe it. Sometimes you gotta go along with it for a class or whatever. But they can't make you believe it, and they can't make you agree with it. You know, you gotta be creative, and even within the guidelines of the assignments, you know, put your own spin on it. I've done that numerous times. You know, my last class was a Bible class, which it wasn't bad, you know, New Testament stuff. And I had a lengthy discussion with my professor. And, you know, I think I came out on top. Freud, he was a nut. That Freud, or however you say his name, that dude was a nut. He's in my textbook, but he was weird. Everything's, you know, sexual with that dude. He was weird. But no, the Bible classes, they're fine, but the whole thing was about that particular week, or, you know, whatever group of assignments, was man shouldn't change it. Leave it alone. All right, you know, that's fine. I agree with that. But in the assignment, I had to do a little copy and pasting of, you know, some Bible verses. I don't remember which ones I used. Kind of irrelevant anyway. But when I copy and pasted them into my assignment, spell check caught some of the words as being wrong. Because the words aren't used anymore. You know, they're biblical. So I left them alone. Well, I got a mark on each one of those for a typo. You know, spell check deal. And I told the professor, I was like, look, you know, I'm not trying to be hard-headed or none of that, but when it's written in those, you know, in the actual Bible, I'm going to leave it as is. I'm not going to be changing stuff. He's like, well, I mainly just look at spell check, and if it says something's wrong, then I just agree. I was like, well, I don't agree. You know, the rest of the assignment's fine. So, you know, you can make your own ruling, do what you want, but I'm not changing it. And kind of left it at that, but I still got an A anyway, but that wasn't the point. I don't think things should be changed like that. Because if I would have changed those couple words, I do remember they had a totally different meaning now than what they did, you know, 2,000 years ago or whatever, so, you know. But yeah, Freud, that dude, like I said, he is just a nut, because it's in the book too, in the textbook somewhere. Like, everything's, you know, related to male anatomy kind of stuff, you know. And like, there was a 5-year-old that was terrified of horses, and that had something to do with the abusive oppression of his dad or some crap. Like, what the heck is all that? You know, stupid. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that dude was, I mean, even the textbook disputed just about everything he said. He's kind of the father of psychology, but not a whole lot of it is really believed anymore. I mean, everybody's kind of got their own reasons of why they don't believe it, but the dude was just flat out a nut. So yeah, there was some weird stuff going on. I think tomorrow, depending on what's going on, if there's no real action, which I don't know if there will be, but tomorrow evening, probably 8 o'clock, I'm going to guess. I want to do a movie over on Twitch. And it's a movie I've seen before, but it's a lighthearted old comedy that, you know, you just don't have to think about. And it's Don Knotts. I'm sure most of you remember him, old Barney Fife. Well, he done a Western called The Shakiest Gun in the West. And it's just, like I said, a light-hearted comedy. You don't have to put any thought into it at all. And it's good to have just a little break once in a while from all this other crap. And, you know, do something else. Well, technically no, Karen, but I'll show about anything. But, yeah, it's something, you know, just different, whatever. And it's just, like I said, it's just a funny comedy. I mean, the basis of it is he starts off in Philadelphia in dental school and decides to go out west because there's no dentist, and ends up falling for some woman and becomes a gunfighter even though he can't hit the broadside of a barn. And it's just, you know, just Don Knotts being Don Knotts. I mean, what can you say? So, that's always a fun one. I'll get it downloaded sometime tomorrow, and we'll do that about 8 o'clock. Just something, you know. Because we all need a break once in a while. Yeah, Mr. Furley, yeah, he was all them. Three's Company was a good show. I like that. Jack Tripper and all that. Of course, Andy Griffith was always one of my favorites. That was kind of one of the better shows. I went to Mayberry, North Carolina, Mount Airy, several years back, and it was fun. And what a lot of people don't know is the actual theme to Andy Griffith has actual words. It's not just the whistle, but there is actual words to it. And I didn't know it for a long time. Yeah, I'm in Ohio. Pretty much, though, there's really not much else going on. It's pretty dead. But yeah, the lyrics are pretty neat, though. Something, like I said, I didn't know. Yeah, Mount Airy is a cool area. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, we went by the granite mine there. Took a tour around in one of the old squad cars. Well, mock-up. Nobody will ever find one, even if it exists, but they never done anything with those squad cars. Once the show was done, they painted them black and sold them on a used car lot. They were never titled to the show, so you would never have any idea if you had one. I thought that was kind of interesting. And they had a cool museum there and, you know, all that. One of the newer items they had got at the time, they said was one of the hardest things to find, was the brass plaques off the courthouse door. And they finally had got them. Had Andy's desk there and, you know, all that stuff. If you want to hear the lyrics to the actual theme song, I can play it. If you want to hear it. But yeah, a lot of people don't even know that it had lyrics. Like I said, I didn't. If there was riots, I'd show it. Yeah, I go to Wright Pat every year over to museum. I go there once a year. There in the air show, which they canceled this year. But yeah, the museum's always cool. I got a couple of videos on the channel, I believe, of the museum. And of my trip to Mayberry. Yeah, I'll play that clip.
Well, now take down your fishing pole and meet me at the fishing hole. We may not get a bite all day, but don't you rush away. What a great place to rest your bones, and mighty fine for skipping stones. You feel fresh as a lemonade, setting in the shade. Whether it's hot, whether it's cool, oh, what a spot for whistling like a fool. What a fine day to take a stroll and wander by the fishing hole. I can't think of a better way to pass the time of day. We'll have no need to call the roll when we get to the fishing hole. There'll be you, me, and old dog Trey to doodle time away. If we don't hook a perch or bass, we'll cool our toes in dewy grass, or else pull up a weed to chaw and maybe set and jaw. Hanging around, taking our ease, watching that hound scratching at his fleece. Come on, take down your fishing pole and meet me at the fishing hole. I can't think of a better way to pass the time of day.
But yeah, that's the actual lyrics. One of the most interesting facts, though, from the show was that they told us during the tour there was nobody liked Aunt B. She was the most hateful woman they said you could ever imagine, but she was a great actress because, you know, she could play that role. But there were 2 episodes, I don't remember the titles of them, but where Andy has his hand bandaged up, and they said he got in a fight with a crook or whatever. Well, in reality, he broke his hand because him and Aunt B got in a fight, and instead of hitting her in the mouth, he punched a wall and broke his hand. So that was kind of interesting. I got to see Andy's house, but we couldn't go inside, though, because it was rented. It's a little bed and breakfast. People were staying there. But yeah, I had no idea about that. And Ernest T. Bass, he was always one of my favorites. He was actually the most intelligent person, you know, on the show, because he directed several episodes and all that. Opie, Ron Howard, he's never been there to Mount Airy. Never went there. No reason why. Thelma Lou, she still lives down there. Not exactly sure where, but I know it's in that area. But that granite mine they got down there is pretty neat. They could mine that thing probably forever. It's huge. We heard them do a little blasting while we were there. But once that show got into the color episodes, it was just, I don't know, it lost it. It was better when it stayed black and white. Yeah, she did leave a bunch of money to some of the schools and stuff down in that area and things, but I guess right at the end, though, before she died, her and Andy made up he came and saw her and they made up and all that, but yeah, that was always kind of a favorite show of mine. You know, that was like the perfect town. There's also an episode of Star Trek where they walk through Mayberry. But that would have been like the perfect place to live. Yeah, I'm not sure who reached out to who or what, but yeah, they made up there at the end. But always a good show, though. But yeah, so plan on tomorrow evening. Go, if you not familiar with Twitch, just go over there and make an account. I'm going to post a link to my channel, which is the same name that I've got here, but yeah, there's the links, and go over there and follow me. You can subscribe if you want, but just at least follow the channel. And we'll do the Don Knotts movie, and maybe I'll throw up a few episodes of Andy sometime or whatever. I still got some issues. I had a problem about 2 months ago. I went to the dentist, like I said, a couple months ago, and I'm sitting there, and the dentist comes back and gives me that shot of lidocaine, novocaine, whatever. Well, he done something wrong, and I could feel all of that numbing stuff going down my throat, and I couldn't breathe. It like closed my throat off. And they escorted me out of the office. They more or less threw me out. My dad had to rush me to hospital, and they had to give me some medication to ease it all up. And it was a huge mess. The dentist was like, oh, well, so, you know, your breathing will come back. Let's just do this anyway. He wanted me to go ahead and sit there and let him do the procedure. And I'm like, no. I needed some fillings. I'm like, no, you know, I'm just shaking my head. I really couldn't talk. I mean, it was scary. I mean, to say the least. I've never, you know, I don't have asthma or nothing like that. Then I get to the hospital, and they were just so aggravating, because after a while it started easing up. You know how long they make you wait at hospitals. So it started easing up, and by the time they really checked, and they're like, well, you probably had an anxiety attack, you know, fear of a dentist. And I'm like, look, I don't have no fear of no dentist. I've had majority of my work done with no medication. Even my wisdom teeth were taken out without being numbed. I usually don't worry about it, but they were going to do a lot of procedure, you know, that particular day, so I let them go ahead. But, so now I got to find me a new dentist. That was just a bad deal all the way around. But yeah, they just walked me to the door and kind of gave me a little shove out the door. They're like, well, if the hospital needs to know anything, have them call us. Yeah, it was a mess for sure. But like the whole time it's going on though, that I can't breathe, I'm like, I'm by myself. They had left me at that point. And, you know, I couldn't get anybody's attention hardly. I didn't want to get up because I was afraid I'd pass out. So I just started like making some noise, you know, best I could. And finally, you know, they did come back, but it was a mess. Yeah, definitely no big loss. He was no good. So yeah, I got to get the fillings done, but I'll eventually get it done. But that's it for tonight, guys. I'm going to call it a night. And we've been on here for longer than I realized. But tomorrow I'm gonna go out to eat with my dad, you know. Father's Day deal a little bit late, but I had already got his Father's Day gift for him a few days ago. Had some a graphic put on the back of his truck. I showed it the other night, but I'll show it again if I can find it. I got it somewhere here. Quick second here, and I'll show you what I had done. Turned out even better than I thought it would. Here it is. There it is. There's the original painting that I had done. Which, that video's on the channel. I had it done a couple years ago for his birthday. Birthday or Christmas, I forget. But I had that made. It's all spray paint. And then I had a friend do the editing so it would be in the right format and all that kind of stuff. A lot of work. And turned it into that. The back glass of his truck. Turned out better than I thought it would. They done a really good job. But that's it, guys. Like I said, go over there on Twitch and follow me. That way you'll get a notification when I do a movie or show something. And that's pretty much it. So I will catch y'all in the next one. You know, stay safe, everybody. Crazy world out there. And if you can, stay armed, too.